This story is brought to us LAIST.com. That's LAIST.com. Out of Los Angeles, dealing with the police commissioner, as we call him, the police chief. Yeah, police chief. The Los Angeles Police Commission is set to conduct a public hearing on whether to reappoint Chief Michael Moore to a second 5-year term. Moore's request to continue as head of the nation's second largest police force, NYPD I think is the largest, comes amid concerns he has failed to fully embrace a new brand of guardian policing that emphasizes relationships with the community and problem solving over arrests. You know, there are a lot of cops that have no idea what community policing is. No idea. I mean, take Yucaipa PD, for instance, right here locally. There's a sergeant that thinks it's okay to shine a bright light in your eyes and go, "Don't get mad, dude. Okay, don't get mad. Don't you get mad." And when you call him a jackass, he goes, "I'm going to arrest you. You're obstructing, man." No, I wasn't. I was responding to your childish, immature behavior. But we'll see if the police captain can do anything about that. Probably not. But that's how what we're looking at here nationwide is community policing. It's a term that's thrown to us like a bone to a dog. Here, chew on that. I don't want to chew on it. I'll take a crap on it, because that's what community policing is. Moore's request to continue as head of... Oh, yeah, I read that. But nonetheless, 2 of the commission's 5 members already have expressed support for Moore's reappointment. 2 of the 5. That means 3 of them are like, I don't know, man. Moore has faced very strong headwinds as chief, said Commissioner Steve Soboroff. He cited the homelessness crises and the push for criminal justice reform that Soboroff believes have made it harder to be a police officer and a chief. Well, it's harder to be a police officer because cops turn their head when their co-workers violate people's rights or violate policy. Just like in Yucaipa, the sergeant was violating my First Amendment rights and then violating department policy. And the deputy that was standing next to him said, when I mentioned it to him, I go, he violated the policies and my civil rights. He goes, take it up with him. Don't take it up with me. In other words, look, man, you know what? Snitches get stitches, okay? I'm on the blue line. I'm not crossing it. And that's happening nationwide, not just here in California. But LAPD right now, Soboroff pushed back at the chief's critics. Moore has instilled in this department the importance of 2 critical areas: community policing and de-escalation. Yeah, right. He's instilled the importance of community policing and de-escalation. Right. When it comes to the use of force, Soboroff said. Let's ask Tom Zebra about that. There isn't anyone in America that's better suited for the LAPD than Mike Moore. Oh, there's a lot of people that could be better suited. Like Charlie Beck. Charlie Beck, by the way, was a lot better than Michael Moore. I wish Charlie, and I don't live in Los Angeles or Los Angeles County, but I do wish that Charlie Beck would come back and take over the LAPD. I do. Charlie Beck, he was a lot better than Mike Moore. Commission President William Briggs also has said he supports Moore, who has been with the department since 1981, for another term. Now, Michael Moore has touted increased mental health intervention training as among his accomplishments. He also points to a survey that found 71% of Angelenos feel the LAPD is serving and protecting their neighborhood, up from 63% about 2 years ago. Which Angelenos are they asking? See, it's not just the percentage. Well, 71% of the Angelenos, but which ones are they asking? I'll bet you're not going to the black neighborhoods and asking them. I'll bet a shiny noon dime. Now, Michael Moore wrote to the commission asking for his reappointment after significant departures of senior staff members over the last few years, It is critically important for me to continue the development and building of a succession plan. Michael Moores presided over the LAPD during a time of unprecedented scrutiny of policing. It all came to a head in 2020 when the murder of George Floyd, and of course, sent thousands into the streets. They were burning buildings, they were busting cars, they were blowing up or burning down police cars. An independent commission found the LAPD was ill-prepared and in disarray during those protests, and that its officers did not know how to use less than lethal projectiles against crowds, used excessive force against peaceful protesters, and unlawfully detained thousands of people. Commanders were afraid to make decisions amid Moore's micromanagement, and when they did, they often made bad ones, according to the report. But they always make bad decisions. You know why? Because they have a badge and nobody's going to do nothing about it. Well, we face liability if we admit to wrongdoing, so no, he did right. Don't want to get sued. Now it goes down a little farther from there. If you want to read it, I'll put a link to it in the description box. But the bottom line here is that Michael Moore wants to stay as police chief. Of course he does, as chief of the LAPD. They make movies about it. But in my humble opinion, not only living here and watching the news and seeing what's going on, but seeing these, as Chris calls them, these California frauditors, these California cop watchers here in LA, LAPD is not too bright. They don't do too good of a job. Watch Tom Zebra, Laura Shark, watch them.